hello from a stranger's face. Two people connecting in a public space. There's no prize to win, no score to keep, just a place to share the secrets that run deep. So come on down, find a little peace where the noise can stop and the worrying cease. You can lay your burdens down, let your heart unclench. There's a seat here waiting at the open bench. It's a safe spot to rest, no need to pretend. You're not alone, you can find a friend. Welcome to the open bench. It's hard to be vulnerable, it's hard to be seen, to show the world the places you've been. But healing doesn't happen when you're all alone. It needs a little kindness, a softer tone. So take a deep breath, let the walls come down. There's a hand to hold in this part of town. You are heard, you are seen, you are understood. Yeah, come on down, find a little peace where the noise can stop and the worrying cease. You can lay your burdens down, let your heart unclench. There's a seat here waiting at the open bench. It's a safe spot to rest, no need to pretend. You're not alone, you can find a friend. You're not alone, just breathe it out and breathe it in. Let the conversation begin. Welcome in to the open bench with your host Dave. The alarm clock rings, another day begins, and you can feel the pressure creeping on your skin.
Video Ninja's up. I just put that up.
Hey, welcome in
I'm gonna
everyone.
jump.
Here's another night tonight on Open Bench Live. We're streaming across Twitch, Kick, and YouTube tonight. And if you're here, this is a space where we sit down and talk about real stuff and remind each other that, you know, we're not alone out there. I'm Aaron, and tonight we're going to do things a little bit different than what we've done the past couple nights. Usually, you all see Dave kind of guiding the conversation a lot, but tonight we're going to flip it around and kind of put him in the hot seat a little bit. So I'm gonna bring in Dave, and yeah, we'll have some fun tonight. Let's get it going. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, brother? How's everybody doing? Missed you guys. Been a while.
Oh yeah. So we have a topic for tonight, and it is gonna hit close to a lot of hearts. Me personally, another member of our community has brought this up, and it's alienated parents. Um, I deal with this personally. I have kids from an ex-wife. Uh, they're two of them are pretty much grown now. One of them is grown; she's off in college, and then teenagers. The other two now.
Aaron, I'm sorry. Phoenix is saying that they can't hear you, and Lisa's saying that you're low.
How's that?
Is that better, Lisa? And Phoenix, are you here, Aaron? Now,
Trying not to turn my mic up too much because I have like a fan behind me. But
all right. Who just said hello in here? OM brother, Dave. What's going on, OM brother? Who is this?
hold on.
I'm trying to learn the screen names, the handles. Still very low. They said speakers are wide open. I don't hear you.
All right.
OM brother, what is going on?
I need someone to go mod kick. I get like a whole bunch of these what's it called? Like the spammers in kick. My mic should be, I guess it's really not coming through too much, huh? There we go. How's that, guys? Better? You guys should be able to hear me now. So what I was saying though
Okay.
is that tonight we're gonna talk about alienated parents. Okay, good. Like I said, I personally am someone who deals with this. I have kids. They're older now and everything, but throughout their time since I've been separated, you know, from their mom and everything like that, yeah, I've definitely dealt with that. I know there's been some members in the community that have brought this up. So tonight, that's what we're going to talk about, how it feels, how to stay grounded through it, and you know how as a community we can show up and be better and try and you know get through that stuff, deal with it. So I know that sorry, I'm going blank here. Dave, do you have any experience in this subject?
Alienated parents.
Yeah.
Well, with cats, you know, the father, he was a parent that was physically there, but wasn't there, had no interest in them, had no care, no love for the kids. My son's half sisters, the two girls that I love as my own, their father's been gone for the last 7, 8 years, living homeless in New York City. Just abandoned them, left the job just to live homeless and away from them all. So I don't have the experience myself, but I have it through other people.
There we go. All right. I'm gonna get my act together at some point in time. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
So Lisa, I want to address something Lisa just said. Guys, see how Lisa says this is going to be a tough one to listen to? I want you guys to hear me on something real fast. When we hear things that open wounds, we hear things that impact us, we bring up past memories, past traumas, we have to understand that that's normal. Okay, when we hear things and it triggers us, it's hard for us to listen to it, it hits home, like the saying is. That's because it's an unhealed trauma, right? If you were healed from this, you were fixed from this, you went through the therapy for this, you worked on this, these conversations wouldn't hit home as hard as they do on some of us sometimes, right? And I think a lot of us, when we hear stuff that reminds us of our own bad past, our own hurtful past and traumas, we tend to shut down, or we isolate, or we don't want to hear it anymore. But that's part of the problem. We need to address what we have been through. And if it's hitting home and it's tough to listen to and it hurts and it makes you cry and it makes you mad, there's a reason for that, because you're not healed yet. You haven't addressed the root of your problems, right? So I encourage everybody to please, if there's a topic that's going to hit home, accept and understand the reason for that is you haven't moved on from those issues yet. Right. And that's what we are here for. That's what doctors are there for. That's what your outside friends are there for. Right. Is to talk about these things. The longer you hold shit in, the worse it's going to be. That's a fact. That's not Dave speaking. That's science. We are not meant to hold things in. We're not creatures that are meant to push it in the back of our head and press on the rest of our lives. If you're still having open wounds to hearing certain conversations, understand that that's because you are not healed from that trauma. And that's what we have to work on. And I say we, because no one in this room is alone. And we've said this all the time. As soon as you step foot in this community, you're never going to be alone. And when stuff bothers you like this, talk about it. That's the whole point. It's hurting you because you haven't talked about it. You haven't let it out. You haven't released it. You're just listening and listening and absorbing and absorbing and melting and melting. And it does no good for yourself. And Lisa, that wasn't an attack on you at all. It just reminded me of something I wanted to say. Just so you know that. That
No,
wasn't
I think
your
it's something
yeah.
that a lot of people relate to, right? Like that's probably one of the biggest issues in our society, right? Is like there's so many broken homes, there's so many um that bad co-parenting out there just in general. There's a lot of people that can't do it. They're bitter, they're whatever it is that causes them to, speak ill on the one person or the other. There's just a lot involved in that, and I think a lot of people deal with that in a lot of different ways.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like you said, it ties into, breaking the cycle, like what we were talking about the other night. It's something that we have to um own up to and just like not
Mhm.
do that kind of stuff like that. Like put the kids first above all else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And if something is going to hit home, something's going to get to you, and it's going to open Pandora's box of emotions, like I said, that's your brain telling you this is an issue. This is something not resolved. We need to work on this. Um, like Trip is saying, and I agree 1,000%. If something just, it's a thought. I heard about this, and I hear about someone getting molested, right? It's inside me when I hear about it. It melts my insides because I'm not over what happened to me as a kid,
Mhm.
right? But if it was just kind of like oh yeah, that kind of sucks, then the odds are I'm pretty much healed from that trauma. I've moved on from that trauma. But if things are hitting you in a way that it's impacting your world, your day, your moment, that's something you got to consider. You got to address it.
Yeah, like
Kids now see people as disposable. Yeah, Phoenix, you're 100% right.
like Trip
100%
said,
right.
unprocessed emotions get stored in your mind and trigger stress responses and all sort of issues. No, and it's true, and you have to you have to heal yourself, right? Like with any type of relationship, if you don't heal yourself and the stuff you have going on in your mind and your, emotions like that are unprocessed, like you, it just creates that generational trend and just passes down and, you know, and it's bad. It's like I personally, I don't have the best relationship with my kids anymore because of stuff like this that's happened. It's like I did a lot, try to do whatever I could after the fact, I got out of that relationship and that relationship ended for no reason of mine at all. I did above and beyond to try and like fix things with that. um and yeah, I still got painted as like the bad guy. It's but and I think a lot of dads go through this, but there are moms out there too that deal with this too, that the non-custodial parent basically is, they end up going with this a lot, dealing with this a lot. And then on the flip side of it too, there's a lot of the non-custodial parents that are the ones that are doing like the bad mouthing of the other parent.
Mhm.
um and like either way it goes, it shouldn't be that way. Like you should never talk bad about the other parent in front of your kids. That should be like the biggest no-no, that you should just never do that, ever, 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 ever. Don't try and make the other person look bad for what.
Yeah, you're not you think you're helping yourself out at the time, but I promise you, kids do grow up and they do learn who the shitbag is and who the shitbag is not. Right? They learn that your dad is saying all the stuff about mom, and the kid is old enough now to realize that my mom was never like that. Now dad's the shitbag, right? And there's no reason to use your kid as a pawn, guys. No child knocked on the uterine wall and said, "Hey, birth me," right? We bring them into this world, right? We choose to find a partner and bring a life into this world.
Hmm.
So to do anything other than prepare them for the best and teach them to be the best people they can be, it's using a kid as a pawn is one of my triggers. Right?
Oh
I
yeah.
cannot stomach people who use kids as a pawn. It's disgusting. It's the lowest form of scumbaggery in this planet. and you're doing nothing but guaranteeing, or not guaranteeing, you're doing nothing but making the odds of your child being a productive member of society in relationships and love and intimacy, you're not doing them any favors at
Yeah,
all.
no, no, not at all.
I
Yeah,
should
and
have corrected
coming
that
from parents that
myself.
were like that too, yeah, it's uh I never saw my dad and my mom my whole life, um, like said all kinds of shit about my dad, which I may have been true. I don't know. I like met him when I was older a little bit and he was kind of an asshole, but so I don't know. He probably was an asshole most of my life, but either way, it's not her place, right? Like she should have let me learn that for myself growing up, you know.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. We just had Crystal the other day. You guys remember Crystal was up here when we were talking about narcissistic relationships, and her husband or boyfriend, I forgot what they are. They're together 16 years, and he's turning the daughter against her. Right. So now the guy left. Crystal's finally at peace in the house, but the daughter is telling the guy what the mom is doing, who she's with, who she's talking to. So she's ratting on her own mom because this guy has gotten to her and trained her to think that mom is the shitbag, I'm the good one, and the kid is only 12, right? What more vulnerable age is there than the tween years, right? So, that this is the kind of shit that's not acceptable. It's not okay at all. Uh,
yeah,
it's used too much. The kid that then Jared, my man, what's going on, brother? Jared's in the hizzle. Jared, we're talking about parents, alienating parents, and people turning, using kids as pawns and stuff like that. My parents used my brother and I as pawns to damage. Yeah, and look, it's I'm not gonna even pretend to say I understand, right? I don't know what it's like to be used as a pawn as a kid. I can understand I I can understand what it might feel like because my ex-wife's husband was trying to do that with the daughters, right? Trying to make them have one life that she wasn't involved in and turn them on her, right? And it's not okay. It's just not okay. um my dad set up allowed me to be sexually abused. I'm close to my past abusive. So Trip, you and Jared have something in common. I think you guys might have discussed this the other night, right? With the abusive dads who now have gotten help and they're trying to do better, and you're both now in their lives at an older age. And I got to tell you both something that is so fucking admirable. And again, I'm not going to say I understand, but I have a feeling that if I was in that situation, knowing myself, I don't forgive and I don't forget. So I give both of you tremendous kudos for being able to have a relationship with somebody who shattered your world and gave you future struggles, right? Future trust issues, abandonment issues, right? These are things that last for life, right? And you didn't ask for them to happen. The one person biologically created to make sure you're supposed to be good broke you. So I give you guys a lot of credit, both of you, for stepping up and being able to be man enough to do something like that. Because I don't think I'd be able to. Jared, you're 100% right, man. Holding grudges definitely only hurts us, just like holding on to the past only hurts us. Guys, when we're burnt, right, and we allow that to fuck us up for the future, we're only hurting ourselves. The person that hurt us, they're sleeping at night. Their life went on. They've moved on. We're the ones who are holding ourselves back and punishing ourselves by being held up on what was done to us. And if we took all that energy that we use on keeping ourselves down and use it to productively making ourselves better, do you know how much happier we would be? If we stopped the fucking excuses and we just went forward and getting the help that we need, how much happier we could all be, right? And you think about how easy this shit is sometimes, right? Talk to someone, go on some medications, do some kind of an outlet that helps the mindset, right? Retrain your brain, but we don't do it. We find an excuse for everything to not get better, and we all do it. And if you say you don't, you're making an excuse because we really all do it, right? We all want to be happy, right? No one says, I don't want to be happy. No one says, I want to be miserable the rest of my life. Nobody says that. We all say we want to be happy. We want to be happy. We want to be rich. We want to have love. We want to have this. But what are we doing to get it? What are we doing to get it? Now, what are we doing to make sure we don't get it? And I promise you, the majority of us have more in the trying not to get there than we have on the trying to get there. And that's what we're trying to change. That's what we're trying to change in everybody's world, is to see shit differently. You have to help yourself get forward. You have to help yourself get better, because no one else is going to. You have to get yourself better, because you're the one that allowed yourself to get down in the first place. Travis, what's going on, brother?
Yeah.
People who won't change, but I can never stay upset about it. You're a big man, Trip. I hear what you're saying about walking away from people, right? And what you said about your mom, how she won't change and get them the help she needs. Good for you, man. Right? Good for you, especially coming from a world of addiction. We don't need anybody in our life, and I don't care if it's your kid, your parent, your spouse. We don't need anybody in our life that doesn't want to get better themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because then that becomes our problem, and that problem becomes our trigger, and that trigger becomes how we're using and relapsing.
It's very true. And we do have some time tonight, guys, too. If anybody wants to come up and talk about this or about anything, it's always open the floor. Like,
Yep.
you guys can come up and we can talk about whatever subject, whether it's off topic or not. But yeah, we do want to hear, what you guys have to say and think about this. I know, this is very personal for, it seems like, quite a few people, in the community and in the chat right now. So yeah, if anyone wants to come up, you guys, just hop in the Discord channel that we got going. Yeah, or questions or thoughts or anything like that in the chat, let us know.
There was something Travis said, I'd rather help than heal too and be a good man. Yeah. But you know what, it's about being a good person, right? Man, woman, right? It's about being a good person, right? We don't want to see people struggle. We don't see people hurt, especially kids, right? Because they're at the end of the day, they're innocent, right? They didn't do anything. They never asked to be here in the first place, right? I don't know what it takes to alienate a child. I couldn't imagine my life being in a way that I would not want my children around or in my world anymore. And yes, child support sucks. It sucks a lot. And I hear some of these prices people pay, like some of these child support amounts, $200 a month, $500 a month. I'm paying $1,300 a month for one kid.
Damn.
Also, I had to throw that out there. I volunteered for the maximum amount, but I don't know where these other amounts came from.
Yeah, no,
Someone told me the other day
I pay like 800 a month is what my child support is.
for
For
one
3.
for one kid. Oh,
Three.
okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's about 277 each. 266, 66
Well,
each.
technically it's 2 now because the oldest is she's
Aged out.
yeah, she aged out. So it just gets cut down to the amount doesn't go down, it's just the percentage per kid that they get. Like how much each kid gets now, that percentage goes up.
Oh, gotcha. Yes, I know
Yeah.
New York State, 17% is the max that a judge can issue. And I had volunteered for when we got divorced. They'll just do the max. I don't care. But we're different. We can, her and I work together. At 450, if you ever decide she's ready for genuine change, yeah, true. And that's awesome. Look, I can only imagine you giving dad a second chance. That of course you'd want to give mom a second chance, right? But like you're saying though, she needs to make those changes. She needs to get better herself. My ex messed me up in a lot of ways, but we're cool now when she doesn't tell the courts anything. I mean, $20 total for wow. Damn. That's per day, right?
Right? I mean,
I'm not gonna say I'm jealous, but I'm jealous. 450? 450 for one. Yeah, I got fucked.
yeah.
I don't mind. I don't care. And to be honest, I
was-
give her extra when she needs it and everything. It is what it is. It's my son.
He's
You know,
taken
it's not
care
like
of, right? I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. It's not like she's going out, partying and buying clothes for herself. Like I know where it's going. In Georgia, I think you can revisit the terms once a year, whatever. So Travis, in New York, you can revisit and modify child support based on if you had an income change. That's the only way. If my income drops or hers raises, I could go to the courts and revisit it. But those are the only two reasons you can. Let me know. I hope it. Yeah, Trip. That's how me and my ex was. She's actually gonna be here tomorrow night. She actually, if you guys remember, the night before I got banned on TikTok, we were supposed to do a live the next night on co-parenting with my ex-wife with me as a co-host, and then we got banned. We never did it. So she's staying with me tomorrow night, and she's like, "Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna go on your live." I'm like, "Stop. A, you're not. and B, we don't do it Thursday nights. She's, and she actually said, but people are gonna remember I was supposed to come on. I'm like, I promise you, nobody's remembering that you didn't come on. Now she haven't needed what? Yeah, it's so oh guys, real fast. Speaking about coming on, guys, when we're not on, right? I said this a few times. I want to reiterate it again. Go on Discord and hang out. Right? There's in under on the top of the room. There's it says Public Voice 1, Public Voice 2, Public Voice 3. Go and hang out in one of those rooms. It's a chat room where you guys can have like FaceTime with each other if you want, or just chat. If we're available, Aaron and I will jump on and hang out also. But if you guys want to hang out on nights we're not live, the option is there to go hang out in the Discord. That's literally what the Discord is for, right? To hang out when we're not on live.
That's the community. That's the
Yeah, that's what it's all
whole
about.
thing behind this.
I haven't said that once on here because this is what it's all about, right?
Exactly.
That's how it
Did
kinda
you
is
see
here.
the emails in the Discord?
Nah,
Oh, you need to go check them out. Yeah.
let's see. Oh wait, we have something from Bobby. Oh, it's a friend request. Oh,
Yeah, we
I just
have
shut
we
this
have
off.
open bench emotes in the Discord now. For anyone who's unaware of that, I'm working on trying to get them over here. But I don't know. Some of these I don't know how to get them on here onto some of these pages.
Well, if you don't know, I'm definitely not
I
gonna know.
need mods. Who knows how to work Twitch Discord? Trip. You want me to mod? You're
Yeah, guys,
usually
we
here,
need.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Why isn't this fucking thing closing now? Oh, there it is. So open bench. I don't even know how to. You have to tell me later how to check email on this thing. 'Cause I don't even like DMs. You mean? I have no idea.
fucking Jared.
Well, it depends. Is it helping or no?
Right?
If it's making you pucker up, then it's not good. Yeah, Trip said a few times that he's in there hanging out playing games. If anyone wants to hang out, but yeah, guys, just so you know, that's literally the purpose of the Discord is for when we're not live. So you go in there, you hang out with each other. You can voice chat, you can video chat, you can whatever kind of chat. You can poop chat, whatever you want to do. It's there for you.
Yes.
That's funny, Jared.
And I gotta say this for everyone. If you guys want to support the channel, support it. We can subscribe, and then there is like the little bit thingies over there too that like what we used to do on TikTok with like the little gift coins, whatever kind of thing. So that is a thing here on Twitch. Yeah, I just have to put that out there. So it's in my contract.
Gotta plug it.
Yeah. How do you? I don't.
What am I?
Twitch streams on my phone because I don't. Oh, gotcha. Uh.
Awesome, Carrie. I have 2 cents on this
Oh.
topic. Got to take those. Yeah, of course. Whatever.
You're on. No,
We don't want
so
2 cents, Venus. You want $1.
you can just like now you can delete chats and stuff like that. Like if like bots or whatever trolls come in here. So you just have a little extra power in the chat. But I know that you're like usually always in here whenever we do the lives. So and you're pretty like tech savvy.
Alright.
2 cents.
Thanks.
Okay, got the TikToks over.
Yeah, we don't want 2 cents, Phoenix. We want $1 from you.
Yeah.
We want $1 worth of your info.
Yeah, just jump in the Discord in that live chat that we have going on the stage, and we'll bring you up.
Yeah, guys, if you ever want to come up, like, you guys know you have to be on the Discord. Then Aaron can bring you guys up through there. We can't bring you up through the actual sites themselves, and that's not us. That's just how they're made. That's just how they run. So, where did Glenn Huff go? What time is it? Is he in bed?
You want to bring the fur babies up? Yeah. course.
Guys, anybody ever experienced when you were pregnant? Women, obviously, or men, if you know if your wife ever experienced gestational diabetes. Anybody ever go through gestational diabetes? Basically, you have diabetes when you're pregnant, and then it goes away. Guys, if you haven't done so already, if you guys haven't followed Aaron and I, there's our handles underneath here. Mine is, and I believe Aaron's also is our names on everything.
Yeah.
Whatever it's TikTok, you know already, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, where we have the same handle for everything.
I'm Baron
So
Hub everywhere. Like, even if you want to
uh-huh.
find me in a video game to play, that's usually my handle in that too. Got guests tonight. Hi.
Why isn't this coming up? Oh, there we go.
You
I know
know,
when I was
tickled at the
pregnant.
mic.
Nah, Trip, you didn't, man. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Sorry, I didn't. You have a chance. Oh yeah, kimchi, not kimchi. What's the name again? I know
Ramen.
something Asian.
This
Ramen.
one's
That was it.
ramen. Yeah.
Was that racist to me? Yeah, beautiful corn snake.
Yeah.
Was it a
And
corn or a
long.
rat?
Yeah.
It's corn snake.
Corn. Yeah.
They're awesome. They're so
We have a rat
docile.
too, but that one's an asshole.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you said.
Yeah.
Snakes are awesome. Nice color. That's not
Yeah.
albino. It is not albino.
They just
Is it albino?
shed. No, it's like orange and
Oh,
yeah, it just shed too, so it's real bright right now.
yeah.
It's going in
I
my
used to have my Colombian red tail was all very active when I had him. Oh, Trip, those are one things I can't do.
Get out of
Yeah,
there.
but babies, it depends again, Jared. Everything involving that
Can
depends.
give me that one too, but
Spiders, I can't do. I have an irrational fear of spiders. I don't know if you were here when I discussed this trip once before. I walked around my house out back and I saw a shadow of what looked like a softball, and it was a fucking wolf spider. It was like a softball with 8 legs, and I froze. Not gonna lie.
nah. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I was done with that, man.
Fuck out of there.
There was no shot, not a chance in hell. I am allergic to spiders, first off, and if something the size of a softball should not be in the wild in fucking Long Island. That should be in a jungle somewhere or in Arizona. Right before I taught myself to get past it. Now, yeah. So I'm fascinated by spiders. Like I'm fascinated by like close-ups of their faces with the hair and everything, and their fangs and all, and their eyes and noses. I'm fascinated by them and how they web everything and how they actually work. But fuck that.
Oh.
I like looking at them. I don't want to see them.
Here's our
Not snakes. I love.
there we go.
I used to go out in my yard with the flashlight and see all these little lights.
He's-
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's being kind of a little picky right now, but
Is that a ball?
yeah, I think he's ready to eat soon. So you don't like me right
That's
now,
the
huh?
asshole.
No, he's just being a little cranky right now. That's they're
Does
getting
he ever go on
close to
hunger
eating,
strikes?
so time to eat, huh?
Does he ever go on a hunger strike? That one?
No, he's
My
a
ball would
fairly
go
good
3, 4, 5
eater, but he's kind of
Really?
dumb about it. Yeah, like he's dumb about it sometimes. Like he doesn't grab the mouse very well sometimes, but he's good about eating. So
Yeah, no, my guy used to go 3, 4, 5, 6 months on a strike with me, and I'm like, well,
yeah,
now you're just boring. Now you're just sitting in a corner doing nothing. Like now you're not fun anymore.
I'd be
Like
worried.
yeah, well, it's common for them to go on hunger strikes. That's why
Yeah.
I asked about yours. But to me, when you get a snake, you're getting it because you want to watch it eat. That's the fun shit. It strikes and how it constricts and it little
Yeah.
mouth eat, beep, 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 and then how it eats and everything. But for him just to sit in a corner and be a dick, I'm like, you're not fun anymore. I'm gonna return you. Picture of Joe Spider. Yeah, again, I love spiders. I love looking at them on screens. Not a fan in real life. I had an abscess on my leg once from a spider bite. Like I said, I am allergic to spiders, so I don't enjoy them. And if that little motherfucker did what he did, I can't even imagine what a softball sized one's fangs would do to me.
Mhm.
So I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
I see you
I was telling
popped in
Aaron,
there. If
I
you
was
let me
liking
know
how
when
these
you're ready.
Yeah, like I was liking how these conversations have been going, guys, where we're able to talk about deep shit and then we can get light again and then we can get deep again, right? Staying deep a whole time, it's draining,
Mhm.
right? On everybody, right? Not just us, it's draining on everybody, right? I like how we've been doing the mix of the up and down The good and the bad stuff. Friend of
Friend of
mine
mine
had
had
a
a
boa
boa
until he
until I
woke up
wrapped
around his.
him wrapped
Oh,
around his
fuck
neck.
that.
Yeah, that'd be a little
Nope.
scary. I had a neighbor that happened to. He had a big
Oh wow, Travis,
reticulating
that's beautiful.
python. Yeah, it was real.
You're articulated, yeah.
Yeah, huge. Like this thing grew into like this massive tank in his garage, and he used to feed it rabbits. Um,
Hmm.
and the one day, yeah, he went to go do something in its cage, and that thing came at him, and, like grabbed his arm, tried to wrap him and stuff,
Wow.
and got rid of it. Yep. But
We used to melt. We used to put D-ball, Diana ball. It's a steroid. We used to put it in my snake's water, in my corn snake.
yeah,
And this thing, I'm not saying it's because of the steroids, but this thing hated my sister. When she would come into my room, you would hear.
I know. I got
Okay.
you now. So
Oh, it's weird. Travis, that's so guys. Travis sent me a picture of this. It's beautiful. It's black and yellow with a pink band around its belly. But that bitch looks big.
huh.
That looks big. He said it's the size of the palm of his hand.
All right, we got Phoenix with us.
Parental alienation.
Hey, Phoenix, welcome in. You there? I thought she
Phoenix
was.
going once. Phoenix going twice.
Chat. No, I don't know. She pulled herself up and came off mute. What happened?
Phoenix, are you muted or something? Is you muted?
Oh, I see the green.
Can y'all hear me?
There we go.
Now we
Hey,
can.
what's going on?
So are we still talking about parental alienation?
We could talk about whatever you'd like.
I had to take the dogs out, so I kind of missed all that.
Oh no, we were actually just joking around and stuff while you were gone for a minute there. But yeah, no, by all means, have the floor.
Dave and I have talked about this a little bit, but not a lot in depth. I had custody of my grandson until he was 15 months old. My daughter was a train wreck. She might still be. I have no idea. The day we went to court and they took my guardianship off, they didn't really assign custody to my daughter or the baby daddy. They just terminated my guardianship and left everything with this child up in the air. So the bad baby daddy is who came to get him from my house. All 6'7", waving his badge like a penis person, got in my face, screaming and yelling about how I held his son hostage, that I basically kidnapped him. He yanked James's sippy cup out of his hand and threw it on the floor, and it smashed James's favorite stiffy cup. I had a little bag of his favorite things to go with him so he'd have like some familiar stuff. He refused to take it. He carried him out of my house in just the clothes he had on. Now, Mitch and Jordan had already said that when my guardianship got terminated, I was never going to see James again, because part of discovery was their text messages. And my daughter said she wanted to see me ravaged and destroyed and that she would stop at nothing to do it. I was immediately cut off. Immediately. No, I was blocked on phone, email, text messages. I was not allowed any pictures. Like, I was totally blacked out. I was about to file for grandparent rights because in Missouri, they have to deny you visitation for 90 days. And my 90 days was just about up. So my daughter went and filed a restraining order against me for her and James. She got it. 2 years restraining order. She was in court saying, "Oh, I have all this evidence and police reports and blah, blah, blah." The judge asked to see none of it. None. I think baby daddy cop and my daughter working for DFS, they pulled a little strings in court and they just got what they wanted without any proof of anything. So I had 2 years then. I couldn't send gifts. I couldn't contact her. Absolutely nothing. So now if I did send gifts prior to us going to court for that, they were returned. Even sending them anonymously through Amazon, they returned them to Amazon. Like he was getting nothing from me. I did send some stuff for his birthday a couple weeks ago, and I also added some stuff in for his sister. And my friend did see Malin carrying the doll around the yard. So at least I know he got it, but probably wasn't told it was from me. My daughter has just within a couple months ago told people she doesn't care if I live or die. She just doesn't care. And all of this is to punish me because I had custody that first 15 months. But she tells people I abused her horribly. And I don't know why these people can't stop and remember all of the posts that she made praising me. My mom is so awesome. She did this, she did that, she helped me with this and that. I let her live with me 15 months. She got pregnant with James living with me. So it's not, parental alienation isn't always about I'm cutting you off because I'm afraid of you. I'm not letting you see my children because I think you're dangerous. Way too much, if you start looking into it, parental alienation is punishment.
Mhm.
It's 100% punishment. Sorry, I didn't shut one my dog outside. But it's all about vengeance and punishment and manipulation because how better to punish us than take away their love and take away our grandchildren? My granddaughter is about to turn 3 and I've never seen her.
Mhm.
James is 5. I haven't seen him since he was 15 months old. There's absolutely zero reason other than anger at me. And so this is the best way to hurt me, if that makes sense.
There's got to be in your daughter's eyes, right? It could be
I'm
unbeknownst to
trying to
you.
hear you. How do I hear you on the Discord?
Oh, make sure that are you like on your phone or on a computer?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, which one?
I can't figure out a way to like put it on speakerphone or anything so that I can hear you guys. I'm new at this. But it's just as a punishment. A lot of people say, "Oh, you must have been a horrible parent for your child to want to cut you out of their life like this. Oh, it's your fault." But more and more today, these kids, particularly it's beginning with millennials, it seems like, are just throwing us away. They don't care if they don't want, they can make their own family. They don't need us anymore. Make me mad? Cool. You can't see my kids.
Can you hear me now, Phoenix?
No, I don't know why.
I I think it's her output setting on her
Yeah.
Discord.
So I have to have Twitch and Discord open to hear?
Nah, I'm gonna type it.
No.
I'm gonna go grab my tablet so I can hear on it and talk on this since I can't figure it out.
So what she's
One
saying
of
is she
these
can't hear
days I'll
me,
figure
but
Discord out.
I one of these nights we're gonna have to do a live where I just do like a walkthrough of Discord for everybody.
I figured out how to raise my hand. I can do the chats, but I can't figure out why I can't hear you guys. So I'm just gonna
on
open Twitch on my
Discord,
tablet
click my name
That'll
and
work.
so I can hear.
output. People get so upset
Because I
they
know
think
Dave was asking me questions, but I couldn't hear him.
yeah.
Well, no, I think it's like where her sound is coming out of is what
Oh,
the
Okay.
that
It's
like output
delayed, but
to.
at least now I can hear.
all right. So you can hear us now.
Well, I turned Twitch on my.
Okay, as long as you can hear me.
I can hear you now.
So, all right. So there has to be something on your daughter's side, whether you know it or you don't know it. Something has to be making her this angry, right? There has
Yeah,
to be
I had my
something.
grandson and she didn't.
But why would that
Like it
make
made
her
her look
mad,
bad.
though?
She works for DFS. All of her friends knew she didn't have her baby. It made her look
You have
bad.
to remember, Dave, she's like 5 seconds delayed behind you. So
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right.
Yeah, all my daughter cared about was that it made her look bad.
And that's a shame because that's on her. That's not on you, right? She you ended up with her kid. So, she should be that's her issue, right? That she's transferring on to you.
Mhm.
Which isn't right, isn't fair, and unfortunately, sometimes there are just things that we can't make better, right? All we can do is, and I've told you this before, all you can do is do the most you can to make things better. And if the other person allows it, they allow it. If they don't, there's nothing else that can be done. We can't force people to take us back. We can't force people to have us back in their lives, or else that's not genuine, right? We shouldn't have to make people want us in their lives. They should want us on their own, right? You did so much good for her. She knows you're a good mom, a good grandmom, but she's still choosing to hold the kid away from you. That's a her issue, right? And
And I
unfortunately, you're the one paying the price for it.
I
People get
emailed
so
a big, huge apology-ish. I didn't apologize for getting guardianship of James. I apologized for maybe how she felt in her misunderstanding of why I did it and what my intentions were behind it. I told her how much I love her and that I miss her. I emailed it, and I'm assuming she just trashed it and never read it. My son's dad had printed it, and she was over there, and he tried to hand it to her to read, and she knocked it out of his hand and told him if he had anything more to do with me, he couldn't see the kids either. So he blocked me on everything. My mom
that's
is not allowed to say anything to me about the kids or say my daughter's name even. She'll say, "I was going to have lunch with my friend." And I know who she means. It's just all like her telling Glenn, "If you talk to my mom, then you can't see my kids." So
that's
she's using these kids as just a way to control everybody.
yeah, yeah. And then that, you know what? That's shame on her, even though it's bad on you, right? At the end of the day, the kids are missing out on a good grandparent. The kids are missing out on good times and good memories. And unfortunately, you don't know what's being said to the kids about you. Like, why isn't grandma around?
I think
Why
she
isn't grandma
probably
here?
told James I'm dead.
Yeah, yeah. Which, you know what? In all honesty, the situation at hand, that might be better for the kids, to be honest. And just hear me out on this. If they know that you're there and you're still alive, she might have been bashing you and making a bad image of you and making you look like someone you're not, right? At least if the kids think you're not there, they can't miss knowing somebody. They can't miss finding grandma. It sucks and it might sound cold, but I think for the kids, for this situation, it might be one of the better options for them.
Yeah, and
And
I
I'm
think I
sorry to say
shared
that.
with you the letter that I had written her.
Yeah.
I think I sent it to you on
When I was in South
with my
Carolina.
dead name and the video that I actually did while I was trying to sort James's clothes for the first time in 3
Yes.
years. And I still haven't been able to finish that.
Yeah. I'm sure it's
I'm
it's
gonna
got
hop
to
in
be
here for a
tough.
sec. Oh. Hey, Phoenix. I want to ask you a couple things if you don't mind. So I'm curious as to what do you think is the like the root of that, right? Like, what do you think is causing your daughter to go to that extreme with you, right? Like, have you guys gotten down to like the source of that?
No, she won't. I literally the day they took James after court, I was immediately blocked and cut off everywhere.
But
And then
like,
she got the restraining order, so for 2 years I couldn't contact her.
so you don't
All I
you
can
don't
do
know
is
why.
guess.
I guess, yeah, it's just like it's a guess for you right now.
And it's just revenge for her. I
But
mean, just like she said in the text messages with baby daddy, she wants to see me ravaged and destroyed.
over you having her kid for that time period?
Yep.
That's so do you think that like the baby dad has like some influence on that or
Well, they were both in equal agreement in the conversation
okay.
that
Yeah,
I was horrible and oh, I was telling lies. That's what she told everybody. I was telling lies. Well, if I had been lying and the judge had no proof, I wouldn't have had him for 15 months. I had a massive, like 4-inch binder full.
I think what Aaron's asking, I'm assuming, is that maybe the guy is in her ear and it's his issue with you, and he's feeding your daughter like, hey, don't be a part of her. Let's get rid of her. Like maybe he's the root of this.
Honestly, I think my daughter is the root with him
Hmm.
Huh.
because Mitch has never liked me. They dated in high school. Mitch has
Yeah.
never
Right,
been a fan of me, but he never had any issues with me.
right.
But I think then while I had James, my daughter just egged stuff on with him and told him who knows what all that we didn't see in Discovery.
Mm.
And now at this point, she can't decide she's going to let me be a grandma and see the kids because she's talked so much shit about me for 3 years. People be like, well, if your mom's so terrible, why are you going back on this? Why are you doing it now? And she will never do that. I'm stubborn
I
and
mean,
mule headed, but my daughter takes the cake.
Mhm.
And I think she feels like this is her only way to control people to get them to do what she wants.
yeah,
So she
that's what we were
threatens
saying
people
before.
with the kids all the time.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before about when parents use the kid as a pawn, right? It's not fair to the kid, and it sucks. It sucks in your situation because you're never gonna know everything, um and there's really nothing you can do, and it's got to be a helpless feeling, right? Like you've done all you can, it's not working, what else is there to do, right? You love you love your family, you want to have them in your life, but because of an outside
Mm.
force that you have no
Oops.
control over, you can't have that. And I wish I had, and I've told you this before, I wish I had answers for you. I just think this is just one of those rare things that there's no answer, because it's not anything you can control. There's nothing you can do to make this right because there's no way to communicate.
Mm.
Yeah, because she refuses to communicate in any way, shape, or form.
Obviously, what Jared said, she also needs to self-reflect as well, validate her feelings and maybe why they feel that way towards you. Can't just assume it's one thing and not think of the others. This isn't all kindness. Lisa, from 8 years old until I was grown, I lived in the what did I do wrong? Why doesn't my daddy love me? Why didn't my daddy want me life? As an adult, I know it wasn't my fault, but it still hurts. Yeah, Lisa, and something like that is always gonna hurt. That's gonna be a
Oh, I
forever
know.
hurt, right? And like I was telling you earlier, the longer you wait to address these issues, more it's gonna hurt for the longer, right? It's
Mm,
never gonna become easier if it's not addressed, right? And dad is gone now, right? So you can't address it with him. There's only so much mom can tell you, right? But at the end of the day, you have to work on your mindset into accepting what happened and
right.
not necessarily understanding the why, because sometimes we're just never going to know why, right? Why did my ex cheat on me? Why did this one abuse me? Why did this
Mhm.
one molest me? Right? We're never going to know the real reason why ever, but that doesn't mean we have to let it like keep us rooted, keep us anchored down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Jared, I wanted to respond about figuring out like why they feel that way towards me. Up until I had guardianship of James, my daughter and I were inseparable. We had girls' night out together. She was in that horrible horror movie Clownado. She had me go to the premiere with her. She'd come over and we would just chill on the back porch with a glass of wine. Just like we were together constantly. And if we weren't together, we were on the phone. Like we look exactly like each other. So for a long time, we kept our hair dyed the same color. We dressed in matching clothes when we were going to go out. Literally, and she'd tell people all the time, my mom's my best friend and she does blah, blah, blah for me. And she's so amazing. And then at that point, though, the minute I got guardianship, she was done.
Hmm.
Maybe because at that point I was making her take accountability
It's a
because there was this
possibility.
infant involved. Instead of just being like, oh, yeah, go be a party girl, go drink, go run around. And then I had to make her take accountability. And it seems to be, from what little I hear, is if someone expects her to take accountability, it's an immediately threat to be cut off. And since she's done it to me, everybody takes her seriously because they know she'll do it.
Mhm.
You know, then yeah, Lisa, and what you're feeling is like I told you earlier, right? It's the most common trauma response, right? Is that I'm not good enough, that self-doubt, that shot on our self-worth, and of course the trust issues, right? You're right. You can't address things with him anymore, right? Because dad passed, so you can't address it with him. But even if you could, like I'm saying in the chat, even if you could address it with him, and this is my personal feeling, I feel if we don't get the chance to know the why behind something at the moment it happens, we don't know if the why given later is the truth or not, right? When people do something bad to us and we let 15, 20 years pass and then we address it, we don't know what they're telling us is the truth. That could be their fear of being exposed, giving us an excuse. That could be what they want the truth to be. We're never going to know the why behind certain things unless we get that answer immediately, right? Why do people lie? Because they're scared to tell the truth. They're scared of getting in trouble. They're scared of looking bad. So if someone traumatized somebody else, why would they be honest decades later? Right? To harp on the why is a losing battle, right? It's something we're never going to honestly, genuinely know. And wondering about it and harping on it and losing sleep about it and letting it affect our adult life is normal. It's natural. But we have to try and control it because we're only going to hurt ourselves. We're only going to bury ourselves and bring ourselves down. If we spend forever wondering why, and it's something we cannot ever know, why are we spending the rest of our lives hurting ourselves about it? And I know easier said than done. I'm not saying poof, stop thinking about it tomorrow. That's not at all what I'm saying. But what I am trying to say is try and look at it a different way. That yes, if daddy could do this to you, why wouldn't somebody else? And I'm going to answer that question because somebody else isn't daddy, right? If my ex-fiance cheated on me, why shouldn't I think Kat's going to cheat on me, right? Because Kat's not her, right? And even though I'm not comparing what you went through with dad to any other issue, but at the root, all trauma is the same in the sense that it's causing the same symptoms in people. It's causing the same responses in people, which is why all traumas can be handled the same way, just like addiction, right? Doesn't matter if it's alcohol, coke, heroin, opiates. It's addiction is handled as addiction, just like trauma is handled as trauma. It doesn't really matter what it is. It matters that how it's affecting you and what your signs of it you're showing. And what you're showing is totally normal, right? You should have these trust issues. You should. But what's it doing for you? Is it benefiting you? Is it doing anything positive for you? Is it helping you move forward? Is it making you happy? Right? And the answers are no. So that's why I was telling you earlier, we have to try and think of a way, a plan to get that mindset to start trying to work on things differently, try and see things differently. Was heard her child was taken. I don't know what the reason was for, but she's lashing out. But why did your rights get terminated? Yeah, Phoenix, that's for you. Why did your rights get terminated?
My guardianship?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we thought a drug addict who threatened to kill us all was baby daddy. But then a DNA test was done and it was found that the cop was baby daddy. And this is one of the reasons I have issues with cops. This is part of the reason. He basically came walking into court, waving his badge around like it was a penis. And like my lawyer said, we cannot prove him an unfit parent. He's a cop.
We can change and then go from them. So, I'm not trying to understand. So you're saying that it was the rights were taken because he was a cop and he
Well,
had pulled something? Is that what you're saying?
I had guardianship.
God, oh, okay. I'm just reading Jared's message. He
Yeah, I
said,
had guardianship, and then my guardianship was terminated because we couldn't prove the cop was an unfit parent.
oh, okay, gotcha.
My lawyer told me if the drug addict had actually been the parent, Jordan would have never gotten him back.
So it
But I gave
initially
them
all
both visitation. I gave them extra visitation. Like,
right. So it started with the thought of the who was the baby dad was a bad person that started an investigation, and then that ended up turning out to being the cop was the actual dad, and then they gave them the custody. Am I understanding that correct?
Kind of. They terminated my guardianship, but the judge didn't award custody to either one of them.
Gotcha. But
He
that's what
just
started
left
it.
it like hanging. Oh yeah, my daughter was already pissed the minute I had things
Gotcha.
and got guardianship. Yeah.
Trip,
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for being here,
just
brother. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow night or Friday
night
night.
trip.
Thanks for being here, my friend.
Yeah.
I do, if you know anybody dealing with being an estranged parent, I follow a therapist. I found her on Instagram. Her name's Rachel Hack. I think it's Haack. That's her specialty. That's what she works with, is with parents who have been alienated and estranged. And she has a lot of published stuff. So I've learned a lot from her.
If you want, put her info in like the resources thing on the Discord for right now.
Okay.
Like just put in like the parent one for right now, and I'll work on getting that other category made, and then you can move
Okay.
it.
And so now the only pictures I get are when I'm creeping. Well, I can't now because my daughter found my fake profile and blocked it too. Because, like, I would wait for her to make a picture of the kids, her profile picture or her header picture, and I would snatch it because that's the only way I could see them.
Mm.
And occasionally, if my son sees her and the kids, he'll send me pictures and video. But my son is done with my daughter. Like, he is so over her and her manipulation of people. She tried to make his grandpa's funeral all about her, and that was my son's last straw. And he has really nothing to do with her, but if he sees the kids, he sends me pictures and videos. And then I have a couple of friends, like, creeping on her profile want me to watch for a picture to change. And I only got the most recent one of them at the lake because baby daddy made it his profile picture, or not profile, his header picture. I wouldn't even have known my granddaughter was born, except baby daddy put a picture of her in her incubator as his Facebook header picture. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have known anything.
that
I
sucks.
just have to pick up these little crumbs of,
Yeah, yeah. It all sucks. And what sucks the most, like I said, is that kids are involved and they're missing out on a potential good relationship with someone who actually loves them. You know,
yeah,
and could give them good things. But you know what? As long as you know inside that you did what you had to do, and this is a her issue and not a you issue, right? That's got to help you find solace somehow that you didn't ask for this, right?
yeah.
From what you're saying, you didn't do anything wrong for this to have happened, right? Um,
I
I
still
have a
have
I have a
James's
feeling there's.
bag that I put together that night for them to take with him of his comfort objects that they didn't take. I still have the bag.
What do you feel anything from that? Like, does that trigger anything, or does it bring you down? Does it make you happy? Does it create any kind of emotion?
Oh, yeah, it makes me sad, but I
To get
want
rid of it?
him to know at some point that I had this for him, that I had
Just
all of his favorite things.
just my opinion. If it's triggering any kind of sadness, I know what you want it to be, but maybe it's not good for you to have, because if at the end of the day, you never have a chance to give it to him, then you just tortured yourself all this time.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
I've got
Just
it packed in the tote with all of his clothes.
yeah, it's
With
almost
the
like when
stuff
somebody
that I
loses
sent for his
somebody.
birthday, I included 2 of his favorite books. I included Thunder, that's about an elephant that I read to him in the NICU when he was there for 3 weeks, and then I included There's a Monster in Your Book, because we would sit on the floor and he'd sit on my lap and we would act out all of the, "Oh, let's shake the monster out of your book, let's rock him out of the book," like, we would do all the monster actions, and he just loved it, so I sent both of those, and he's real into Hot Wheels, I guess, so I sent a bunch of Hot Wheels, and yeah, it really sucks, though,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm
and it
sure it
makes me
does.
mad that my son's dad, who is not even a biological relative of Jordan or my grandchildren, gets to have a relationship with them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's got to be a lot of hurt, with this, and understandably so. I mean, it's, it's a shit situation with a lot of open ends to it, right? That there's a lot of open chapters in this book. So,
Yeah. Well, I know you saw my losing my shit video, of me
mhm,
telling my daughter, I love you, but I really fucking hate you.
yeah. Well,
Like, I
she's
love you. This
created a
is
lot of damage.
unforgivable. I'll never forgive her for it. And people are like, oh, she called you and said, Mom, I need help. You'd help her. No, I wouldn't. I'd offer to help the kids.
Right.
I would not do anything for my daughter anymore.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And it makes me sound as low as her, but I wouldn't.
I don't think so at all. I think it sounds like someone who's hurt and doesn't want to put herself in a situation where she could have set up for a further letdown. I don't think that sounds. I mean, it doesn't sound happy, but I don't think you sound like an asshole for saying it.
No, it sounds like there's
Again, it's just my opinion.
a lot of hurt and involved there, and a lot of unresolved issues between the two of you.
Oh,
And
yeah. And I would
hopefully
be
at some
all
point they
for
can get
trying to do
resolved, and
it.
you can have your grandkids in your life again. And
Yeah, I
that's
mean, I've
really,
begged her. I suggested we do some sort of therapy, like through Zoom
mhm,
or something. No response.
yeah. And honestly, it's like, I have a very rocky relationship with my mom too, and um, it took a long time to even begin to have our first kind of up. And it didn't work out that well, but it took a lot of work and a lot of years and a lot of time, and some silent time, and some actual, like, some effort. But uh, I think at a certain point, like, every kid realizes that they need their parent, or like they at least have that thought of, like, I don't want to lose them, with this, like, kind of resentment or whatever it is, like, built up. So, like, hopefully,
Yeah, I
like I
mean, if
said, it
something
just doesn't
happens
last
to
for a long
me,
time. But
is she gonna regret it all?
yeah,
Like, my dad and I did not like each other. He loved me, I loved him, but as people, we couldn't stand each other. He didn't like who I was, I didn't like who he was, and we hadn't spoken in quite a while, and then he passed away, and I sat in a parking lot and completely lost my mind, and then I was like, "Why am I sitting here devastated over someone who didn't even like me?"
yeah, because
But
Yeah,
it's
but I
still
think
your
he
dad, right?
was.
Like,
yeah, it's still your dad, and there's still open
mm,
questions.
And I
Like,
really
there's
had hoped
still
that maybe at some point, even if we didn't like each other, we'd come to some sort of peace between us.
mhm,
And I regret that we never got to.
yeah,
well,
And then
that's
I
the
wonder if
answer.
something happens to me, is my daughter gonna, is she just gonna be like, don't care, don't have to worry about her now? Or
no,
is she actually gonna regret that she's done this?
I would imagine even now there's some nights that she has those types of thoughts now. Like I do. I like, me and my mom, we don't talk. Like, and a big part of that is on my choice. That, like, I don't want to talk to her. I don't have any reason to talk to her. Um, but yeah, I mean, and on the other side of that too, it's like I do have those times where it's like, man, that's really gonna suck, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know that's gonna suck, like, when that time comes. But I and the thing too is, and here's the thing with me and my mom, right, is that she refuses to change about anything. She refuses to acknowledge shit that went on in the past. She refuses to, like, admit to a lot of that stuff. And until, and I'm not saying, like, this is like that you need to admit shit or whatever it is. I'm just saying, until that issue that is between two people gets addressed at the very minimum, it can never get resolved. It can never move
Yeah.
forward. The relationship can never begin to be mended until you at least address the issue that is going on, right?
Yeah, and
And
I would love to if she would. You want to hold
yeah,
stuff against me from when you were a kid? Let's let's hash it out because I was far from a perfect mother. I was dealing with trauma that I didn't know how to deal with,
Hmm.
and I had no support. I was 21 years old and had 2 kids 13 months apart. I did the best I could do,
Hmm.
but I didn't know either how to do other than what I could try to do. And I made a lot of screw ups. And I've always been really honest with my kids about my past. They both know that I used to do drugs, the drinking. They both know I was a stripper. Like, I've been nothing but open with them because I
Hmm.
want them to learn from the stupid shit I did. But then in a conversation, I still have the text. I found it on accident. My daughter and I were arguing about something stupid. And then she said, "Who are people going to believe? The stripper who never even got a high school diploma, or me with my bachelor's degree in intelligence?"
Yeah. Okay.
And that has made me even more determined to finish school. Like, I hear that in my head.
Well, it's definitely the best way to take it, right? Is like, take it as like some motivation and everything. But I mean, like, kids are kids, like, first of all, right? If anybody in this world will ever tell you about yourself worse than anybody else, it's going to be your kids. Like, my daughter, and I tell you right now, my daughter sent me a text message one time, this freaking long, took me 4 times scrolling the page to read all of it. And it was about how much she disliked me and everything like that. And then like 2 weeks later, we were planning a trip for her to come out and see me. Like, they're kids, right? Like, they're, especially, how old's your daughter?
She'll be 33 this month.
Yeah, she's still young. That's I'm still freaking emotional and stupid and shit half the time too. So like, it, look, my shirt, yeah, see, emotional. um, but no, it's just, I don't know, like, it, the problem that has to happen, right? Like, whatever the core root of it is, the address of that has to take place. And it sounds like it needs to be from her, is
I
that,
have a
she
I have a
needs to
book.
just step up one day, these days, and just tell you exactly how she feels about it so that you guys can
I
actually
agree.
address it.
Have the conversation with me.
Right.
I have this book called So I'm Now I'm Dead, or I'm Dead Now What? And you put all of your like last wishes, your account informations, stuff, and all that in it. And I've got my whole funeral down to a T of what I want. And one of the specific notes is that I do not want my daughter there, and she is not allowed to make one single social media post about, oh, my mom, and make it all about her because it's not. She can't treat me like crap and then I die and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
Because she did that with my son's grandpa. My daughter made it all about her. She didn't come to the funeral because I was going to be there. Like, she made it all about her.
Yeah, but it depends. A lot of times we can't harp on other people's actions or reactions, or if they want to make it about them or make it about you or make it about this. We can't control what they're doing, right? And if they want to do stuff and make themselves look bad and foolish and cold, then that's on them, right? I think I'm not saying you. I think people care too much what other people think, right? And maybe it's because I could give an absolute fuck less what anybody thinks about me at all. You want to talk bad about me to other people? Have at it. Right? I welcome it. You want to talk nice about me? Have at it. I welcome it. It doesn't matter what other people say about you as long as you know it's not the truth.
Yeah.
Right? If she wants to make things about her, that's a her, it's another her issue. Right? Let that be on her.
Hmm.
Right? People know. People aren't dumb. Just because people don't say stuff doesn't mean they don't know stuff.
True.
My mom is a drunk and hates men because she was hurt by them. I've tried over and over to make her see things, but I'm told my opinion doesn't matter and I have no right to say anything to her. She has hurt me a lot, but if she needed me, I'll always be there. I won't not check away. Yeah, Jared, that's similar with what Trip was saying before, right? That like you, his dad and him had an abusive relationship growing up, and he made it right when they got older. But mom doesn't want to change, and he can't have that in his life, right? But if she ever needed him, he would be there, and you're saying the same thing. Of course, you'd be there. But Jared, do you and your mom have contact anymore? I'm trying to reread if you said that in there anywhere. I'm assuming you do because you're saying you've tried over and over to make her see things. The difference here is Phoenix has zero way to even get through to her, right? That's what I was saying before in the chat. It's got to be extra helpless feeling to not even be able to be heard, right? It's almost like having when we had the blackout in the Northeast, there was no communication with anybody. You couldn't contact anybody, and that was a helpless, horrible fucking feeling. It was a scary feeling. So knowing that it's your own child that you can't get a hold of, you can't speak to because they don't want to, just my opinion, that brings it to another level.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, just apologize." How can I apologize to someone who won't even let me?
Yeah, and like Javid's saying, get a mediator. But for a mediator, you need both sides to be open, right? It's like
Yep.
when people get divorced. Like me personally, I got divorced. We didn't get lawyers. We went to a mediator, right? And at first, I was against it. I didn't want to sit with a mediator, right? I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to hear what a scumbag I was, and I didn't want to hear how much bad I did. And I'm being
Yep.
honest. That's why I didn't want to do it,
Well, the
right? And I
biggest thing,
sure as fuck didn't want to hear a lawyer drill me to fucking pieces, right? I
and
just wanted it to be done without having to address anything.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
would
But in this
totally be
it
situation,
open
starts
to
with the
some sort of
conversation.
family therapy with
yeah.
her, but
But it sounds like she would never accept something like that.
no. Because, like, at this point, she's so stuck in her own stories to everybody about me, she won't go back on it.
Yeah. Well,
She's
you
one
know,
of those people, "Oh, I said all of this, and now I'm not gonna undo it because I'd have to explain to people why."
yeah. Well, what's the saying? Cut your nose to spite your face,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So it's
Hmm.
She just I don't know, like, last year, we were gonna have that hurricane here. She was posting all kinds of stuff about, "Oh, this hurricane, it's gonna be worse than Katrina," which, by the way, it was nowhere even remotely close to getting to Katrina level.
Hmm.
But all this, "Oh, these people are gonna lose everything again, and they're all gonna drown again," and but not one word of, "Yeah, my mom's there. I'm really worried about my mom."
yeah. Yeah.
She was worried about all these strangers.
She'll come around to it. I'm telling you.
I
And
hope
that's
so.
as soon as that conversation happens, it will be like kicking a snowball down a hill.
Yep, my
That's
son and I have had that conversation. He didn't talk to me well, he was still a teenager, but he didn't talk to me for a couple years.
hmm
But he and I have had those conversations.
yeah. So you know.
And I flat out told him, yeah, I did stuff totally screwed up. This is why I did it. This was my goal in what I did, what I was trying to do, and I totally fucked it up. And he
Yeah,
gets it, and now we talk every single day.
yeah, and that's all it's gonna take from your daughter too. It's
Yep,
gonna
we
take
send
time
each
for
other
her to.
Facebook video chats every single night.
Yeah, it's just gonna take time for her to come to that realization on her own too, right? Is that like eventually she'll get tired of it. She'll get tired of not having her mom. And then especially girls, right? Like y'all have like those super tight relationships.
Well,
Um,
and she and I were inseparable up
yeah,
until I got guardianship. Yep, totally inseparable. I just wish she would have the conversation and just get it done with.
yeah, yeah,
Can't force her to do it. All I can do is be willing to try.
yeah. And like you said with your son, it took a few years. Like the people are stubborn, right? Especially like if we feel like we've been hurt by somebody, we're gonna hold on to that for a little while, and be a little defensive and have our guard up and everything. And especially if there's a new kid there, she's probably focused on that. Her sounds like a new relationship with the dad. Like she has a whole world going on. I don't think that it's and that it needs to be intentional for you to be not in her like forefront of her thoughts. Does that make
Hmm.
sense? Like
Yeah.
at this point, you know what I mean? Like there's been so much separation for so long that you have to let yourself get worked naturally back into the forethoughts, like in the forefront, and let her, eventually she will start thinking about that, like on it'll be once a week, and then once every couple days, and then once a day, and eventually it'll be like, all right, I need to call my mom.
Yeah. I don't know if she even has my phone number now.
All right. It'd be
Like she knows I'm in New Orleans. That's it. My mom doesn't even have my address. And I'm keeping it that way because of my daughter's fake stuff for the restraining order. She took me back to court saying I violated it because she got some text from some unrecognized number.
hmm,
That did get thrown out because there was no link of that number to me.
yeah,
It was just her being like, "Yep, I'm gonna try and get my mom in trouble."
That's the shit thing
So
with
I've
orders of
made it a
protection, stuff
point.
like that, is that you need nothing to take somebody to court, right? It's just
Yeah,
your word when it comes to stuff like that. Obviously, it gets dismissed once they see there's no proof or
well,
evidence, but it can make a hassle out of things if they really want to.
yeah,
yeah. That's why I was so mad about the restraining order. Number one, that's on my record now. If somebody does a background check on me,
hmm,
that I
Right.
was a danger to a child and to her. But the fact that she went into court saying she had all this evidence and police reports, and she was never, nobody ever asked to see it.
Remember 20.
And after court, I went to the police station and said, I need copies of every single report that this is my daughter's name, this is my name. I need copies of every single one. There were zero.
yeah.
There were no police reports at all.
Hmm.
Nothing. Yeah. And I
All we
think
can do
if
is
she
hope that in time it
decides,
changes.
yeah, I think if she decides, oh, I really need my mom, it's going to be because she's burned all of her other bridges.
And you know what, though, Finn, in all honesty, sometimes if we want something to happen, we can't care why it happens, right? As long as it happens,
Yeah,
right? If
that's true.
if she hits rock bottom and she feels the need that's when she has to reach out to you, and you want her to reach out to you, then that's what it takes, right? Whatever it takes, and any port in the storm, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would prefer it not be, oh, my mom's my
Oh, of
last
course,
ditch effort. Now I'm going
of
to
course.
have to do it.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody wants to be the desperation move. But
Hmm.
if that's what it takes to bring mom and daughter back together again, that will lead into her opening up about everything else,
Right.
right?
As long as it's
So
the end result, right? You know,
Yeah.
like that's the
Well, unless
important
she's
thing.
just, use me to get her shit together again and then be like, ha, bye.
Yeah.
yeah, no, but
Hope not.
if this ever happened, if this ever happened, right? If she ever unfortunately hit rock bottom and she needed you for something, you need to make it straight up known right off the bat. This is not going to be a you're using me and then you're gone kind of thing.
Mhm.
Before we go anywhere, you're going to tell me why this happened, why you did this, or there's no me and you. You need answers at the end of the day,
Yep.
right? You don't
Mhm.
need just a relationship. You don't need contact. You need answers because until you have the why, you're not going to be able to
Yeah.
move on from this. You're not, because it's
Yeah.
always gonna be in the back of your head. She's gonna bail again.
Yeah. That
Yeah. I mean,
conversation needs to
okay,
happen.
you wanted to punish me for a few months. Great. But to let it go on and on and on for 3 years now.
Mhm.
Not uncalled for, undeserved.
Yeah, it
But
is. But-
my
All
friend,
right.
we hate to cut. I'm going to call it a night. I'm getting my
Yeah,
warm and fuzzies are
I
starting to
am
come in.
I am on the same right there, same wavelength with you. But everyone here in the
Dana, she
And
and
then
I
chat,
I
talk
had a long
tomorrow.
hot bath, and then I had a yummy dinner from that place that's giving the food away every day. I didn't know what
Nice.
it was, but it was
Yeah.
oxtails with
Nope.
potato salad and
oh,
rice and
Nope.
vegetables.
see, I'm from the south. I fuck with some oxtails.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
These down
I
south
saw it.
ladies.
Nope. I saw it raw once. They had it arranged in the tail, but just sliced, like cut up into pieces.
Yeah,
But it was still shaped like a tail. And I was like, there is not a shot in fuck that I'm
it's
putting that
good,
bony shit in
man.
my
Oh,
It's
mouth.
yeah,
so
these were
tender.
just like the round, like,
Nope.
Mm.
yeah, the round meaty section.
Nope.
Oh,
You
you
know,
were
I've
getting
seen.
these,
like bone in.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Nope.
yeah,
that's
these southern women down here,
yeah.
there's nothing that's going to be
Slurp it
bad.
up. Yep. it's, it's
I've
good.
had good food all week thanks to this place giving the
Yeah.
food away.
There you said. That's awesome. Oh, thankfully you had it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
same.
Well,
Well, you
All right,
guys
thank
Finn.
have a good night,
you
Yeah.
and
too.
I
Thank you
will
for coming
see
up and
y'all back
talking.
tomorrow
And
night.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy
All
you
right,
finally
love
came
y'all.
up. Love you, Phoenix. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, all right. Everyone in chat, everyone that's coming by after the fact, if you come across this, and this conversation hit home for you, just know this is what this is about. This is open bench. We do this on the regular. This is what the Discord is about. Bring people in. We have these real conversations like this. It's a real community, private, respectful, full of good people who actually want to listen, who have been through it just like you have. We're just regular people, just like you, me, the guy next to you, your next door neighbor. That's it. All just everyday people. But we've all been through it, right? And we all deal with these issues. And sometimes, it just takes talking to a friend, get through one conversation at a time.
Yep. Especially hanging out in a room like this, also, you might be going through something, have gone through something similar. Now you hear someone come up like Phoenix talking about her struggles, and it can relate to your struggles. You're hearing our advice and the chat's advice without even speaking, right? So listening sometimes is just as powerful as talking,
Yep.
right? So
So
if you're seeing this later, come back and see us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and of course our Discord, which is the hub of the community. It's where we hang out after the lives.
click the buttons down there.
Follow,
Yeah.
subscribe, hit the buttons. That's in
Yes,
order.
of course. Yes.
The session is done, the time has passed. You feel a little lighter than you felt the last. That heavy load, we laid it on the wood where it could be seen and finally understood. You picked up your feet, now it's time to move along. You leave that chessboard no longer in the sun. The night has now divided the day. The light for now is gone, but your voice is steady and your heart is getting strong. The path outside the park, it looks the same. It's safe all along, but you're walking now in a brand new kind of frame. Though the darkness comes, you're more than it can bring. It's not gone forever, those shadows and the sting. But you know the new song that your spirit can sing. You're not fighting alone, you just need to hold the line. We'll be back here again when the time is right. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Just keep the lessons, the bonds we built side by side, as we all stand together in this mad and crazy world. So carry the peace like a stone in your hand, a quiet reminder across the concrete land. The bench is still open, it's waiting for you, but the strength that you found is there, yours to walk through. Take the breath that you found, the words that you heard, a little bit safer, a little more secure. Go on now, be well, until we meet again. You can stand the storm, you will not bend. You are not alone. Right back at the open bench, just fight until the end. You're more than they can say. Like Tyson in his prime, like the juggernaut, like Superman, like Hercules. All the trials complete, trust me, you're unstoppable. Just one foot in front of the other and keep on moving your feet, and you can move through anything your mind needs complete. Just keep your feet on shuffling like the great one I lead, and shrug off all those demons, our friends, and keep on moving right on through. They say 3 times a week, that's when we talk to Dave. But what about the moments that you need to save? When the quiet returns and the fear starts to climb, just close your eyes and anchor back here to this time. Remember the laughs, the simple connection that gave you the proof that every single demon you're carrying on your back can't stop a soul that knows it's on the right track. And now you're not alone with the real people we've got at that open bench. It's not gone forever, those shadows and the sting, but you know the new song that your spirit can sing. You're not fighting alone, you just need to hold the line. We'll be right there with you. our friends to talk about our scars. And right there at the open bench, we will learn to heal them all. So carry the peace like a stone in your hand, a quiet reminder across this concrete quicksand land. The bench is still open, it's waiting for you, but the strength that you found here is yours to walk through. Take the breath that you found, the word that you heard, the friendships we found, the humankind, the facts and the truth. A little bit safe, a little more secure. This open bench is sacred ground. Ease your worries, relax your mind, get it off your chest, calm your heart, take a breath. It's alright, you're okay, sit with me. We are here at the open bench. We've all got ears and hearts to lend, to build a space for mental grace, a place for souls to rest, a shelter from the rains that life can bring, a place to place your burdens down, a place that's dry and warm. You must not fear, we're doing healing here. You won't be judged, yes, that's right. We'll see you again. Go on now, be well, until we meet next time. Our friends, you hold the strength to beat the storm. No shadows can stand the light you bring. Hope to see you every time. The open bench is sacred ground. We all gain the strength we need to try and become better human beings than we were the day before. Breathe in the ups and out the downs. Come on now, family, we've got this now. The bench is strong, it will hold you now. Just take a breath, we got you now. One foot in front of the other, it's all you have to do. Hold on to the feeling that someone sees you for you. We're here on the server, we're keeping the light. Just make it to Monday, Wednesday, or Friday night. The family gatherings held at 9:30. When the conversations pause, remember this connection runs deep. It's the promise of the lessons that you get to keep. The bonds at the bench, the bonds at the bench, the strength we all had. At the open bench, come one and all. Have a home at the open bench, at the open bench. Ooh, at the open bench.
My friends, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being your vulnerable self. Remember, the bench always has an open spot for you. Until next time, love yourself, and remember, as soon as you came into this community, you're never alone again.
The session is done, the time has passed. You feel a little lighter than you felt the last. That heavy load, we laid it on the wood where it could be seen and finally understood. You picked up your feet, now it's time to move along. You leave that chessboard no longer in the sun. The night has now the day. The light for now is gone, but your voice is steady and your heart is getting strong. The path outside the park, it looks the same. It's safe all along, but you're walking now in a brand new kind of frame. Though the darkness comes, you're more than it can bring. It's not gone forever, those shadows and the sting. But you know the new song that your spirit can sing. You're not fighting alone, you just need to hold the line. We'll be back here again when the time is right. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.